Hello everyone and welcome back to Jasmine's Crazy Cat Tarot. And today we are looking into the mysterious disappearance of Dylan Koshman. Dylan went missing in 2008 in Canada, and he was last seen by his roommates, his cousins, and he was in an altercation with them, and then they said he walked away and he hasn't been seen since. So what I want to do is ask Spirit what happened, why did it happen, and if we can get any location clues or tips about the case, that would be appreciated. So can we please tune into the energy of Dylan Koshman? And let's begin. Let's get the factors behind Dylan's disappearance. What are the factors behind Dylan Koshman's disappearance? We have falling in love. Okay, so something to do with his love life was creating issues for him. We have your authenticity, reclaiming something. So I feel like he was either staking claim to something, to someone, or he was standing his ground and being true and honest. But I feel like his honesty maybe put other people out. Let's see. What are the factors behind that? Wanted to say Dylan's disappearance, thief. Okay. So this could tell us that someone stole his life. Or it could tell us that there could have been some sort of rivalry when it comes to his love life, thoughts. So yeah, I feel like his mind was on his lover, but something was being taken from him. Maybe that he was unaware of. Let's see. What are the factors behind Dylan Koshman's disappearance? The book, Secrets, Hidden Knowledge, Keeping a Secret, Education, School. So to me, this is giving people that he maybe went to school with, grew up with, learned lessons with. But this is secret and hidden knowledge. So instead of people being open about what they know, they're keeping it hidden, keeping their mouths closed. But I feel like numerous people know what was stolen from Dylan. Yeah, so, yeah, this is weird. I feel like something was, taken in possession of. We have the crossroads, so a decision, choices, doubt, and traveling. So this could represent where he was taken, and why he is still not found, because it's a secret where he was taken. Okay, so let's get into the true crime cards. We'll clarify with the tarot. Now I'm burning up. If Dylan wants to come through and tell his story, we are here to listen. Dylan Koshman. What happened? What truly happened to Dylan Koshman? We have child. We also have home. So this is telling me that whoever did this could be someone he grew up with, shared a childhood with possibly, but it's just giving someone who he grew up with, shared a childhood with, and who would be close to home is what I'm getting. Okay, so let's try shuffle. Whoa. Affair. Okay, so definitely something to do with his relationship. Anyway, let's shuffle and see what happened to Dylan Koshman. I'm burning up again. Dating. Okay, was his lover behind this? Or was this just a factor? Fire. something could have been burned, but fire can represent passion. What happened to Dylan Koshman, please and thank you, Spirit? And this one wants to come, but it's creeping. It wanted to hide. Spouse, partner. Wow. Desert. I feel like he was abandoned somewhere where they thought he'd never be found. Somewhere secret, somewhere barren is what I'm getting. And I do feel like if his lover at the time was not directly involved, they at least have knowledge about what happened. Yeah, so this could have been, for example, if he had a lover and this lover was cheating with someone else, this could have been the two people betraying him, giving him the ultimate betrayal, in a sense. What truly happened to Dylan? I seen 555. Whoa. Thank you, Spirit. We have surveillance. So I feel like there could be something caught on surveillance. If this isn't CCTV, I feel like there is footage of either what happened, who done it, or just something incriminating is out there somewhere, but it's being hidden. Someone's keeping it close to their chest, close to home. I'm burning up again. Missing. And this is a letter. So this is telling me that Dylan went missing, and this was a whole story written, narrated about what happened. He went off on his own. He had a fight with who he lived with. He had a fight with maybe his partner. He went missing on his own. But there was something that he felt was lurking in the background. So with abuse here, it's giving a fight over, maybe someone was saying, you're not doing your fair share, you're not paying your fair share. So someone was trying to dominate him or be in possession of him in some way. And I feel like this was him kind of standing up for himself in a way, standing his ground, and grandparents. So I do feel like whoever was involved, their parents know. And this literally could be the grandparents of Dylan who knows something. So let's clarify with some tarot. Does this want to pop out? Death. Yeah. So at the end of the story, at the end of that night, October 11th, yeah, a death happened, and there are people who know about it. So let's see. Why did this happen to Dylan? We have the Knight of Wands in reverse. Evil-minded, cruel, hurried, careless, discord. So there was a fight and something happened. Someone was being careless. And yeah, something bad happened and something had to be done about it. We also have the Page of Pentacles in reverse. Wasteful, unrealistic, greed, irresponsible, distracted. So I feel like maybe Dylan, the fight started. He wasn't starting the fight, but he was defending himself, standing his ground about something. And someone was fighting dirty or was planning to get the better of him in some sense of the word. So why did this happen to Dylan Koshman, please and thank you? That wants to come the Ace of Wands in reverse. So a false start. So this relationship, this new beginning, it wasn't what he thought it was. So instead of the magic, blooming, this is the magic being lost in some sense. The moon. Yeah, so this really could be a deception between lovers, a love rivalry, lies and deception. The Queen of Swords in reverse. So a cruel woman, someone who's unreliable when it comes to her story, maybe about where she was. Why did this happen to Dylan Koshman? The Page of Pentacles. Okay. a new investment. Yeah, someone wanted to start a new investment with someone new. Why did this happen? We have the Four of Pentacles and we have the Knight of Wands, evil-minded again. So yeah, I feel like there could have been something to do with a money opportunity. Money could have been a factor if there was a fight, but I feel like whoever it was, they're cruel-minded. They wanted to take advantage and have the upper hand over Dylan. And this person is very stingy when it comes to money. They're very materialistic and they want to have the gain, the upper hand. So they're an opportunist and they're more loyal to the money than they would be to their friends, their family, their lovers, for example. Yeah, and someone's lying about what they know about this death. I do feel like Dylan has passed on. The Fool, spread your wings and fly. This is a confirmation that Dylan is flying elsewhere. But he feels like something was happening behind his back that he didn't see. So, yeah, he felt betrayed. I don't feel like he expected this betrayal. So, let's get the true emotions behind this. And this wanted to say divine masculine. So a masculine could be involved. It could have been the masculine or a masculine he was fighting with. We have I love you. This could be a proposal, a love proposal, feeling like shit in reverse. So someone feels good because they won the prize. They have the upper hand. They have what they want at Dylan's expense. So what are the true emotions when it comes to Dylan Koshman's disappearance? Who is involved and why did this happen? Feelings, yeah. Something to do with love. Okay, so we have illumination, truth in reverse. Somebody's lying. Maybe someone was lying about their true feelings. Why did this happen to Dylan and who did this? Love message again. Okay, why did this happen? Married. So I do feel like there was some sort of rivalry when it comes to love. His love life was a problem, but I feel like maybe his lover was causing more problems than they were solving, if that makes sense. Queen Bee, because this woman was out for herself. She's cruel, but she disguises it with independence, is what I'm getting. Okay, so the T cards. Yeah, someone has photo proof. Someone knows exactly what happened. So what is the T on Dylan's disappearance spirit? Happiness hater. Yeah. Someone wanted to get him out of the picture, literally, and photo proof. Yeah. So they hated what they seen and they wanted to change the picture. So they did. They erased him. Okay, so this is feeling like a betrayal from someone close. So what is the T behind Dylan Koshman's disappearance? Please and thank you. What is the T? Whoa, behind his disappearance. What fell? These fell. What is the T? Ignoring. Yeah, someone is ignoring something. Or maybe this was Dylan ignoring the signs of what was about to happen. Something was happening behind his back that he didn't see coming. Queen rising. This is a woman who is only out for herself. Jackpot, yeah. Someone feels like they won and they got the upper hand. They won the prize, the jackpot. The prize could be a woman, literally. Uninterested, yeah. So they wanted to make him disappear and say he walked away. This is a story, a fabrication, fake accounts. Yeah, so this person would stop at nothing to get what they wanted. They could have even made fake accounts or tried to make out that he was alive when they knew he wasn't. But I do feel like this was some sort of affair. Yeah, look, going on behind his back. Yeah, so he was betrayed, and the people who he thought cared about him the most were actually plotting against him. So let's ask, where is he? Where is Dylan Koshman currently? Please and thank you, Spirit. Venus, a love offer and assistance, spirit guides. Thank you, Spirit. He is in spirit with his spirit guides, with his loved ones, but I feel like he wants justice after all this time. He's been missing since 2008, so justice is a long time coming, and revenge is best served cold. So yeah, this was a deep betrayal. It was like a stab in the heart, is what I'm feeling. Yeah, in the heart. Betrayed. Where is Dylan Koshman currently? Did that want to come? Karma, balance, justice. Yeah, so someone is hiding the truth and fabricating reality. Where is Dylan Koshman currently? Okay, there was disharmony, instability, and something had to change to balance the scales out. Where is Dylan Koshman? Please and thank you. Closed off, guarded, resistance, and unity in reverse. So yeah, he was fighting with someone, and wherever he is, it's somewhere dark, it's somewhere hidden, it's somewhere that's not easily accessible, is what I'm getting. Background energy, we have self-love, intentions, creation. There is water here, and there's a house. So maybe the water, a dark part of the water, somewhere swampy or murky. Murky waters run deep. Yeah, and blood is thicker than water. Yeah. This was someone that he loved. His heart felt broken and betrayed. Apology, forgiveness. I feel like he didn't want to be fighting, but he felt like he had to stand his ground. Someone could be a fire sign. And look, we have the autumn here. So this is when it all happened. And look, a masculine was hiding his face. Yeah. And I feel like now he is reaching out from, you know, another place. Whoa! Another dimension. Wow. And look at this. Look at this. This is what he's trying to tell us. He was backstabbed, pain, cheating, deception. So I feel like if he's not in water, somewhere dark and murky, it could be, you know, in a murky river, ravine, swamp, close to the forest, or even in the forest, okay? So far too many of those cards. Yeah, spiritual. Someone has two faces, and someone is running from justice. Finances were a factor, so someone had to say goodbye to Dylan. They had to get him out of the picture, out of the equation, so they could win the jackpot in their mind. And I am burning up. I'm so sorry, Dylan, you had to experience that. Sometimes, you know, those we love most can be the ones that hurt us the most. I quickly want to get the ancestor cards before we hit the dictionary and just ask Dylan, if you have any messages about your whereabouts currently, please come through and show us here today. Okay. So traitor in reverse. So something was taken and something wasn't given back. So something was taken from him because he wasn't giving something to someone. And we have, yeah, look, the Shaolin Master in reverse. So action, swift action. It looks like he's ready for a fight. So Dylan was dominated in a fight. And the fight started because they felt like he wasn't giving or, receiving fair exchange. This one's to come. Natural disaster. So yeah, they want to make it look like this was just a regular fight between roommates, friends, family, whatever. But it's not all as it seems. Okay, so Dylan, please tell us where you are or provide us with any information about your disappearance. Where is Dylan Koshman? Stargazer, set your sights higher. Okay, he's in heaven, he's telling us. The Shield Maiden. He wasn't protected by a lover. He felt like this love betrayed him and stabbed him in the back and the heart instead of protecting him. So those who should have protected him didn't. And any indication as to where you are, Dylan? We have Sage in reverse. So someone wasn't devoted and committed. This is really giving cheating, liar, thief energy. Someone who is not wise and someone who has not learned their lessons or received their karma or justice. Mirror guardian, take time to reflect. Maybe someone who looks like him or someone who is just so self-absorbed that they can't see the bigger picture. And I feel like Dylan is the type that can and always did see the bigger picture. But what he didn't see coming was his nearest and dearest betraying him like that. He felt like he was just standing up for himself, and the fact he was murdered is telling him that there definitely was more going on in the background than he was aware of. But he was just hoping and thinking the best. I seen 2222. So yeah, definitely something to do with choices, lovers. Final card before we go to the dictionary, Dylan. What's your closing message? The Elder, move beyond ancestral patterns. He's telling us that a family member betrayed him and maybe a lover also betrayed him with a family member, but regardless, this is someone who is repeating the ancestral patterns, repeating the bad karma, the toxicity, instead of fixing or healing it. Someone who betrayed their family instead of helping and healing their family. And this one's to fall, cult. Yeah, so this is a cult mindset, like a family that won't tell on each other or rat each other out. Spring, sow your seeds to grow, and the rabbit. Yeah, so I do feel like someone wanted fast movement. They wanted to win. They wanted the prize. But yeah, Dylan was in the way in someone's mind. And the summer, yeah, the birds and the bees, honey, money. Okay, so for Dylan Koshman, what do we need to know, Spirit? Knock. Someone could have knocked on the door, or they could have had a knock, had a fight, which they did. So maybe something devastating happened, a devastating blow is what I'm hearing. Someone knows. They all knew, and they're all knowing. They're all guilty by association. Yeah. Recognize. Could be someone that he looks like. So backwards, back to front. Yeah, he was taken unawares. Maybe given a blow to the back of the head. Stabbed in the back, literally knuckle. KO, he was knocked out. Okay. Cola, bitter, stimulating extract. Someone is bitter, a bitter family member, a bitter lover. Someone wants to be the knight in shining armor. Knife. Yes. Dylan feels like he was stabbed in the back. Neil, maybe he was brought to his knees. Yeah. A knave is a jack, the lowest court card. So what he's saying, whoever this was, they want it to be the knight in shining armor, but they're just the knave, they're just the joker. And they're no family or friend of mine. I'm hearing Hound Dog by Elvis Presley. Does Dylan love dogs? Because with the Fool here, I do feel like a dog could be significant, or even a spirit dog with him on the other side. But yeah, he's saying whoever this is, they ain't no knight. They are nothing but a hound dog. Yeah. And Kung Fu. So they were definitely Kung Fu fighting, literally. We have... there's a knight again, KT. Someone could be called KT. But yeah, acquainted, knowledge, guilty knowledge, joint. People could have been smoking joints. Knuckle under, submit, yield. So yeah, and look, add force to blow. So yeah, someone was fighting dirty and someone wanted to make Dylan submit. Closing message before we go from Dylan Koshman. Thank you so much for connecting with me today, Dylan. And we have sternness. Someone was very stern or treated him sternly. Sterile, barren, unproductive. I think this is confirmation with the desert coming out earlier that he's in a barren place. Yeah. Ideas. Someone had an idea, a narrative, they're sidestepping the law. Justice, stepchild could be significant. Someone could have step parents or, you know, be related through marriage. Yeah, because marriage cards, someone could be related to him through marriage. Okay. A stereotype, someone's a stereotype, he's saying, and the worst kind. Someone could have a stick up their butt, a stigma. So maybe someone was trying to shame him for something. He was just trying to stick up for himself. Yeah, he was trying to stick out the situation, stick around. He was remaining loyal to those who were not giving him the same in return. Yeah. So, anything else? A stimulant could be significant. Stilt, someone could be tall. Stipulate, someone was trying to make conditions and put these conditions onto Dylan and he wasn't having it. Yeah, someone was trying to stitch something or someone up in exchange. So yeah, something was not a fair exchange. So someone wanted to take stock, take the upper hand. And yeah, someone was literally in competition with him. Look, animal of weasel family. So literally, I'm burning up Dylan. I feel like this is just such a whimsical, kind of funny sense of humor that I'm picking up on. But he's saying whoever did this, they ain't no family or friend of his. They are just a weasel in his mind. And even that is insulting to weasels. So he's saying whoever it is spineless. And yeah, that's the worst kind of thing to be, because you need a backbone. And Dylan had a backbone and he feels like that cost him his life. But so did trusting the wrong people who were supposed to love him as much as he loved them. So I feel like that is everything that needs to be channeled right now. Please let me know down below what you thought of this, what you make of the cards, what are your theories. And if you have any more questions or suggestions, put them down below. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe to stay updated for all the latest videos. And I will see and connect with you again in the next one. Until then, goodbye and God bless. Mwah.